And welcome back yet again to another episode of Half Hour Henshin. I am one of your hosts, Sleepy Witch, and I'm joined by
DJ Azure, 2.5D Hero Talk Tuber.
uh man, where do we even start with this week's Gozuja? uh
So number one, I'm always gonna start off this week, like I always will every week. Is when am I getting my Ryuji episode? My Ryuji
yeah.
episode.
Yeah, you are still waiting on that.
Yeah,
Uh
but we did get a Kinjiro episode, and oh my god, holy crap, he dropped the hardest fucking line, like holy shit.
yeah. Yeah, this has definitely been my favorite like fight intro for all of these. The
Mhm.
fucking flying through Showa, Heisei, and Reiwa. Let's rock the house. I'm the legendary party person, and the times need to catch up to me.
Yeah, that line. I'm like,
Uh,
it's like, what the fuck, man?
yeah,
Okay.
I mean, I'm obsessed.
Yeah.
Uh,
So like, there, it's kind of funny too because there really is like, I mean, there is like this episode is 80% A plot, like 20% B plot. Because okay, so let's talk about the B plot very quickly. It's really just Bouquet just showing up and harassing Ryugi and Horu. That's really all she gets to do.
yeah, yeah. The B plot is that. I mean, they're kind of talking about how they want to try to get Ozai back,
Oh yes,
and
that's right. Yeah.
and they're searching for basically they're searching for a way into No One World, and she comes out, and it's like, well, that was basically it for the B plot.
Yeah, and let's talk about Bouquet a bit. Number one, her guns do so much damage. Like, oh my god, what the hell?
I
I was
do
not
I
expecting
do
that.
love her flower guns. They really, I mean,
Yeah,
she is bouquet, so
mhm.
fantastic.
Yeah,
Second of all, again, the more we see all of the, bridal themed stuff, the more I'm like, Tega Sword, what the fuck did you do to Tega June? Uh,
yeah,
especially because this was the one time where we had the zoom in and we see the castle, and the castle like opens up and we see like it's a ring box.
hmm
And I don't remember we've seen that before, but again, I'm just like, again, Tega Sword, what did you do?
yeah.
Uh, but yeah,
Oh man.
we got Ozai being controlled by our ring hunter. Uh,
hmm
rest in peace. And
Yeah, like, oh man, it was cool as hell. I really enjoyed it.
yeah, and the thing is, we do see that like Bouquet has reservations on using people like this,
hmm
and so it's like, oh, okay, we are seeing a little bit of like dissent within the ranks. That's pretty interesting. Uh, but yeah, no, I would say like the big part of this episode is just Kinjiro and Sumino. First of all, we find out Sumino's got a fucking part-time job
Yes.
at the
Oh man.
bento store.
Yeah.
Uh,
And honestly, this the setup for the bento store basically just being where it's basically like the real setup for the no one to show up. Show a no one. Oh man.
Showa, yeah, Showa number one. First of all, I do love the setup. I do kind of like when we see the person who gets turned into a no one. I think it's kind of cute. But I also love just how like insane it is for her because like she runs into Kinjiro, who's like, "Oh, I'm very proud of you, like working to support your family. That's nice." She's like, "I've never worked here before in my life." "Oh, hi, Sumino." Like a regular shows up and it's like,
Yeah.
my usual. Here you go. It's like, "Thanks. It's been great having you here." And he's like, "Oh, well, you have regulars already. It feels like you've been here a while." It's like, shut up. Uh, and I love what is it he calls her like Sumipion.
Yeah, it's Sumipio.
Uh, very
Which
cute. I
which
do love that he's trying to do the nicknames with everyone.
yeah, it's great because we get that, and then show number one shows up and turns everything to like what 30 years back essentially.
Uh, switches it back to the Showa era. I mean,
Yeah. Yeah, no, it's great. So I didn't know about this, but everyone was like freaking out over this, saying, "Oh my god, I can't believe he's watching Zubat." Like,
yeah, I looked into that. Oh man. So apparently, the Showa era is 1926 to 1989.
so a year before I was born.
A little bit, basically, but
hmm
So we had Showa, we got it turned into Showa, and we had him watching Zubat, which honestly, for what I saw, was a really popular
Yeah,
show
it's enough for it's enough for Showa no one
to be
to
obsessed
just
with
like
it.
to be obsessed with it. And then and then of course the old man says, I challenge you to a Showa off, and I'm like,
Yep. I may look like
okay.
a
And
high
also
schooler, but I'm a
the
silver fox on the inside.
yeah, the puns
I love Geo
getting,
subs. I'm not gonna lie.
yeah, like, oh my god, he does, like, he just goes ham with the puns in this episode. It's great.
He's just like that. I also think it's really funny that we have the first Showa off, and first of all, I love the design for Showa number one. He's like a little monkey looking guy, and he's kind of got like some flower design stuff. Like, I don't know, I just like him. He looks cool.
Mhm.
But
But yeah, and
just the
it's
setup.
really, yeah. But I mean, like, the fact that Jiro, the old man, is the one that loses, because, like, say, how do you make a phone call, and he does the motion of swiping over and using a touchpad,
Yep.
and he loses because, like, he's like, you say you're Showa, but no, you've embraced the Reiwa era, so you are out of time.
Yep.
Or like,
I
yeah.
love that. I love how he just fucking like reads himself and is like, you wanting to have young dreams in this future, that was your downfall. Not very Showa at all.
Yeah, it's great, but, like, we do get some really sweet moments, because, like, obviously, Sumino is, like, trying to find Jiro, who kind of, like, just kind of disappeared a little bit after losing, because, like, it's like, because, like, when someone attacking, like, your entire MO, for, like, doing all this, like, kind of does hurt.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
yeah.
Also, first of all, on that first thing on the Showa, when we saw the go-go dancing and they have like the go-go dancing fits, absolutely incredible. I did love that.
Oh my god.
Uh,
Yeah.
Adorable.
Yeah,
Also,
we love our silly little outfits, and of course, like,
I'm a big fan. Yeah,
yeah.
especially. I'm gonna be real. I did not expect that I would like Kinjiro as a character as much as I did.
Yeah, like honestly, like, when, like, it was really funny too, because, like, we all saw, like, Kinjiro, like, we all saw Kinjiro, like, when we saw the press conference stuff, but, like, when we saw like, the, oh yeah, this old man is Goju Eagle, and everyone's like, what the fuck? And then
Yep.
everyone realized that that's his wish, and everyone just fell in love with him, because
I think
plays
it's
so well.
First of all, it was a good setup. It was a good twist where we didn't get to learn about it till like the 4 episodes in.
Yeah.
And then the stuff with his family was also just kind of cute, where it's like, oh, he's trying to live a new life. He wants to, even if he doesn't get it, he wants to be a party person. Like, fantastic.
Mhm. Yeah,
And here's the
like,
thing. I'm not
yeah,
gonna lie. With the vibes of everyone else at the beginning, I was like, Kinjiro is just a guy who wants to be like popular or like understand it. I'm like, okay, he feels like he feels too normal compared to the rest of them. And then like with the
nah.
reveal, it's like, oh, he was the least normal of them all.
Yeah. Once again, this is just the Inoue kicking. This is just the Inoue kicking in, where it's like everyone's insane. Just like all of them are thinking, I'm the only normal one in this group.
Oh my god, yeah.
I love that. And then, but also, I also, like, the revival of that meme. I love. It's like, we see Hoodoo, Ryugi, and like, Hoodoo, I'm a lone wolf. It's like, I shouldn't get close to people. Ryugi, my family disowned me. How do I keep forgetting Leon's name?
Rikuo.
Rikuo, yeah, Rikuo. I use his mask to hide my true feelings, and then Sumino and Kinjiro, and it's basically the two dudes rollerblading to my heart. Like that's how a lot of these feel, or it's like, kind of like, when we joked around for basically a month straight about the Honto versus the Honto focus episodes, where it's like,
Oh my god.
he's in hell, and like, he's like SpongeBob in, like, in an asylum, while everyone else is just enjoying their
Just
life.
having a good time. Yeah. The
Yeah.
Honto episodes were something. They were rough for him.
Yeah, but we will get to what's going on in Gap soon. But
Yep, that's still stuff to talk about.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I love the silliness of it. I love that they came back in the round 2 kind of with like an appreciation from each other's era, because I do love at that very beginning where it's like it's the mythical Showa era from so long ago, and he's like, it wasn't that long ago.
Yeah, and it's pretty great too because like like Sumino's walking around trying to like understand it. Sees Aoi and I think the kid's name was Aoi, right?
I
But
think
yeah,
so.
yeah, but like yes, yeah, sees the cafe owners and they're basically actually looking at like suns. It's like saying, oh man, there's no high rise buildings or anything like that. But he said, but hey, this is what the Showa sunset looked like, and it's like it's like a beautiful sunset without like buildings everywhere. So it's actually it was actually like a beautiful thing where it's like we like you appreciate what the past was like, but of course like the reason why I'm bringing that up is because as you're saying round two is like say, hey, you know what, we may love the Showa era, but guess what, you could appreciate it even more in the Reiwa era because of the conveniences we have now. Like
Not
it's
and
like
not only that, because because Showa number one is not actually from the show, he's just like a fan. He's like, those inconveniences are the things that made Showa good, and it's like those people in the past didn't think those were inconveniences because that's just how they had to live.
mm-hmm.
Uh, honestly, very cute episode.
Yeah,
I
it's
do
yeah it,
love Kinjiro and Sumio as like a comedic pairing because it really is like like old man like granddaughter like vibes, but it
yeah.
just becomes really funny because Kinjiro looks younger than her.
Yeah, which is also really funny too because like his name is Kinjiro, but like he says, "Oh yeah, you're gonna get a nickname. You're Kinji," and like Kin like G meaning like old man essentially.
Yep.
It's like yeah, you're old man Keen, and it's like no, don't call me that. Just call me Keen-chan.
Yeah,
Like it's so
Kin-chan.
funny.
And I know I love the I think Geo subs, I think the way that they like translated ends up being to like grandkin, so kind of like grandpa.
Yeah.
Uh
Ah, I see. Oh no,
so
no, actually, I don't know what that wasn't Geosubs. That's just overtime. But
oh, that was
but
overtime. Yeah.
yeah, but yeah, no, yeah, Geo versus Izu. That's where we get into Common Rider. But yeah, no, like we see that, and like and like you basically and like we basically say, oh, you love that Nori band? Well, guess what? And you see like Baba Eats or Uber
Yeah,
Eats
I think it
essentially
was
it
Baba
shows
Eats
up.
is what they called it.
Yeah, and it just shows up with 5 different ones, and they're all freshly. He's like, it's so freshly made,
Dude,
yeah,
I also
yeah.
love though it's like, oh well, you loved Zubat. This is the merchandise you could buy in the Reiwa era.
Yeah, it's so good. Like saying it's like yeah, like it's like pretty much like like things like like yeah, like it wasn't hardship. Like that's just how it was, and they were always looking forward, and that's what it means to be Showa, to always move forward. Like
Yep,
yeah,
and like
it's
connect the eras. It's very cute. It was really nice.
yeah.
It makes me kind of sad because I'm not gonna lie. Being in the United States, have you seen all the stuff that's currently happening? Where like a bunch of like the online Toku stores are being like, "Hey guys, we have to close pre-orders. We got to stop doing it." It looks
Yeah.
like even the shit's shipping out of Japan, especially because like I saw this stuff talking about like the tariffs. Where they're like, "Well, they're not gonna tariff electronics, blah blah blah." Basically, the main thing that they're gonna tariff now is gonna be toys, and I'm like, no,
Yeah, like
not like
no.
this. Not like this. So, anyway, incredibly sad
Um,
news for us.
yeah.
But
Oh man.
it was cute. And then we got the big, reveal. Ozai was our bad guy mech this time, obviously
Yeah.
controlling the black Daijin.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, the reason why I didn't really bring it up that much is because even though like that's like the tie between the A plot and B plot, he doesn't really do much. He
no,
just
I
kind
mean,
of shows up and
here's the
just
thing.
like
He
yeah.
shows up, and then they're like, "Oh, well, now we can use the ninja powers to create 5 mechs at once, so we
Yeah.
can all
And
tag a sword." And I'm gonna be honest, I didn't expect them to they just 5v1 him, and it was so not even close.
yeah. Like that's what I mean. It's like everyone's like, "Oh my god, black Tyrannogen." And then it was like, "Oh,
Oh, he's
that's
dead.
that yeah. Yeah."
Not okay. Not only is he dead, but I fucking adored that like his exit to the series was kind of like I got to see my the Sentai I mentored got to kick my ass. Hell yeah.
Yeah, I know, right?
I do love him. He is a good like audience self insert guy.
Hmm.
Speaking about that, man, I am so excited. I think I sent you some of the one of the images. Have you been seeing the like custom Red Rangers?
Yes, the dog. Oh my god, the
Dude,
dog.
the dog looks so sick. The dog riding the little mech. There's a bunch of them that look really sick. Personally, There's some of the, like the little kid ones that are so fun. There's one where he has like snakes for arms, and then he also has like dragons for shoulders.
Yeah, this reminds me of, and it's really cute. It reminds me of like when Capcom like did Robot Master like design contests, because I don't remember exactly which ones in particular won for Robot Masters, but I do remember they also did the same thing for Net Navis for Battle Network, and pretty much all the stuff that Mr. Famous uses, except Punk. So Gateman, Gridman, and I forgot which other one. But yeah, he actually was using the winners of the fan created contest.
That's super cool. So yeah, I'm really excited. Also, like
Yeah.
it's so cute. It's so cute seeing all the kids like their designs. A lot of them which are like genuinely clever little designs, you know.
Mhm.
And then like next to them will also be like some people who are like, not only did we just draw out this like banger design, but here's like the toys and kind of how they work, and we have like the whole fucking like graph.
Yeah, man, it's so cool whenever people come up with that kind of stuff. But yeah, like I said, like you brought up what is it, Robo One. That is really good. Robo
Robo
One
on
Red.
red, yeah.
Yeah, sorry. It's because it's like I just stopped because One is the sound
Yeah,
that dog
it's
makes.
bark, yeah.
But I mean like
Fantastic.
one.
Yeah,
So
Robo
yeah,
One. Yep, it works on so many levels. It's probably one of my
yeah,
favorites. The
yeah.
only thing that I like wouldn't like about it is I think we talked about the theory that like the original one is gonna be what fake Taya comes back as, and obviously he can't come back as the dog.
Yeah.
But that's kind of irrelevant. It's a really good design. I hope that, you know,
Yeah.
everything. I can't wait to see what they win, and I keep checking the site every couple days to see if new designs get added.
Yeah.
But like,
But yeah,
so cute.
yeah. And talking about Reds, yeah, next week we have what is it? The hunter? I forgot. No, the
We have Beast
archaeologist.
Tamer.
Beast Tamer, that's what it was. Yeah, we have the Beast Tamer. He has his Crocodile Dundee hat and stuff like that. We also get to see like the preview of essentially two other universe Reds.
Yep.
So we don't know much about them yet.
I think the main thing that I'm excited about, and again, this might be some just like again Power Rangers reference, but people have been saying that because it's like a skinny dude and like a bigger dude, that it might be like a Bulk and Skull reference.
Oh my god, that
So
that would be cool.
I have no idea. That would obviously mean that they're going to be more like comedic relief guys. But my favorite image I've seen, I don't know if you've seen it, but it's just the wild tamer guy, like
Yeah.
just telling Horror to sit, and he's sitting in the fucking suit. And people have been doing it's like the fucking down boy meme.
Oh, also because I had to look it up because I was like wondering why. I was wondering when and who, like, who it was. But it's Yuichi Nakamura, who is Kamen Rider Zeranos or Yuta Sakurai from
Yes,
Deno.
I've heard that he's someone who's played a lot of Toku roles at this point.
Yeah, yeah. He's done a lot. And one of the funniest things about Yuichi Nakamura is that he like, I forgot. Did you watch Pop Team Epic?
I did, yeah.
Do you remember season 2 where they did the Toku episode?
Yep.
Yeah, so he actually does play, I think, like the villain of that episode. And in the second time around, they have Yuichi Nakamura, the actor, being voice acted by Yuichi Nakamura, the voice actor.
Fantastic, honestly.
It's so ridiculous. Like, oh, I love how they did that, because like they just had the same name. But yeah, I'm excited to see, like, what we do with this next episode, because honestly, after I mean I really should have noticed it from previous weeks, but especially last week. Yeah, we can't trust these episode previews anymore. I thought Black Tyranno was going to be a lot bigger in this episode. No, he was not.
Yep.
So we're gonna have to see, how much of a role these Universe Reds play.
I think it's just gonna depend. My question is, we got Ozai back. What happened to his ring? Because he needed to have been using it to summon the guy, but maybe what's it called? What's his brother? Horror's brother
Kuon
still has it. Go on, Kuon. I don't know.
Yeah.
We'll see. Overall, Gozuja continues to just be fun and exciting.
Yeah.
But talking about some other fun and exciting, dude. The starting off the Gav episode with him
No.
Nope.
Let's not about Gav. Let's take a small break from Toei for a bit, because we just got an announcement for the new Ultraman.
That is true. I knew we had to talk about that. I just forgot.
Yeah.
Ultraman Omega. I mean, he looks sick. He's red. apparently he fell from the sky. I think the main thing I saw is like he falls from the sky into a world that has no aliens or kaiju.
That's gonna be interesting.
I'm wondering what like the kaiju in this world, like what they, because obviously we've seen them, they exist, but but they start coming around the time he does, and apparently this is the first one in a while we've gotten where he has a human form instead of a human host. So apparently that's just him.
Interesting. Yeah, I mean, so yeah, like, so I actually wonder, like, which way we're gonna take, because I mean, I would see a lot of people like, trying to compare and contrast, like, like essentially Rare era Ultraman now, where it's like, it's combining a lot of the old stuff with new generation, and like, obviously we know how much I love Blazer so much, because we
Blazer
had
was
like,
really good.
yeah, and it's like an arc had some of the best artistic things I've ever seen, like filming wise, like
Yep.
holy crap, like
And
that,
just from this little preview, some of the shots they did for him fighting in like the weird planet and shit, like I feel like this is gonna be a beautiful show. I'm like very excited.
Yeah, so I'm wondering what they're gonna do, because obviously they're announcing it now and it's coming out on July 5th. That basically means this show has been filming since last year.
Yep.
So,
and the other big thing is it's sad, but I really like it. I really like the changer for this one. Also, I'm a big fan when they have a mohawk and the mohawk detaches and they can throw it.
Yes.
Kind of insane. Love that. Not gonna lie.
Yeah,
but
so I mean, we're gonna see how that starts up, because that basically means you're gonna see a new thumbnail starting July 5th.
yeah. I mean, if it comes out July 5th, then God, when would that be? That first episode would be, if it comes out July 5th, that's Saturday. So that means for the July 12th episode, we should have a new thumbnail or a new something for it. Even if I just have to, if I don't have enough time, I'll just Photoshop an image of his face onto something for the time being.
Honestly, some of the stuff you ever do, some of the stuff that you do to have fun with the thumbnails, especially for the YouTube thumbnails. Yeah, so if you're only listening on Spotify, you should also just check out the YouTube thumbnails, because
the YouTube thumbnails are like the same thumbnail, and then every once in a while they'll be like, "Wait, what'd you put in that?"
Yeah, exactly. Just like a couple of weeks ago, it's like honestly my favorite thumbnail of Choco Gumi. So
the Choco Gumi one was good, which we should get to talking about, because we talked a lot about Gozuja this week. Man, Choco Gumi are separated this episode anyway. It's not about them.
Yeah, it ain't about them. We have chocolate pudding right now.
Yep.
But also, remember how I keep just like how I talked about last week, how Lakia finally showed some emotion. Oh my god, this episode was just nothing but Lakia emotion.
Yeah, basically. First of all, we'll get to the that, because that is like 90% of the episode. But the entrance of the episode being him at the cafe with Lizelle.
Oh yeah, actually wait, real quick, talking about intros. Remember Gozucher having a fire candle do the preview, doing the
that was
recap?
also fucking fantastic. I'm glad we got to hear Fire Candle, even if he wasn't in the episode. Fantastic.
Okay, but yeah, okay, Showman Lizelle. Oh man, still proving to be the creepiest character in this show right now
so far. But I also love how it's like, one of those things where it's like a quiet shows of power, where she's like making a threat and he's like gonna stand up. She's like, "Are you really gonna do that in front of all these people?" And it's like, ooh.
Yeah, and like she is just, oh my god, she is.
And it's like, I just want to protect humans. Like, do their lives really matter that much?
Yeah, like, yeah, just absolute sociopath behavior. Like, just does not care. And
nope, insanity all around. And I'm obsessed with her as a villain. I can't wait I want to see more of her monster form. I want to see her monster form like fight, because we've only seen her just kind of like, oh, she shot some blasts, she's really strong, but we haven't seen her do like real shit. So I'm really excited for that.
Yeah.
But the fucking scene of her talking and just ripping the flowers out.
Yeah, and it's like you already see that there's dark flowers in there, but she basically just removes all the color out of it.
Yep, and it's like it leaves this like really ominous looking bouquet, and it was like, ooh, okay, interesting. I think the only other thing that becomes relevant that isn't the Lakia and Hanto stuff this week is rest in peace, Uncle Dente.
Yeah, or potentially, I mean, we'll see what happens during the next preview because I'm not happy right
Yep.
now.
Here's the thing: we don't know what happens, but we definitely heard, Sanji gonna be like, oh, "Dente, no!" And he's trying to leave. The literal last thing we see of him this episode is like, "I'm going to leave something for Shoma behind if I have limited time." I'm like, "Oh no."
Yeah.
That's kind of insane.
Yeah.
Which does lead us into, we're getting a new form debut next week.
Yeah, we're actually finally going to see Overgav, and then like people are saying that, and also people are noting that it would be episode 33, and Reiwa has shown the final form at episode 38. So,
yep. So here's the thing:
wow,
it might be a bit before, because technically the final form is Overgav and Master Gav. So maybe we're not going to see Master Gav for a couple episodes.
Maybe, or it might just be a two-parter.
Yep, it might be a two-parter, but there's also a possibility that like the master function is something that we don't learn about because he doesn't get to tell us. Again, rest in peace, Dente.
Yeah, but Nell shows up and says, "Oh, hey, it's like there's only one person that can reverse engineer, and that's my mentor."
Yep, and he's basically like, "Come back, we can have so much fun." He's like, "I'm trying to watch Shoma grow up into, a good young man. I can't come back to y'all." And he's like, "Then you know what this means, right?" Whew. Honestly, it's intense. It's sick. We are getting some more setup with the president, but for now, fucking Hanto and Lakia.
Ooh, man.
So
yeah,
we're back to talking about Komel, but now Hanto knows about it.
Hanto knows about it, and obviously you say, hey, you need to look for him, and then actually sends out not Parfait, Frappe. I keep forgetting these small names. Like it sends out Frappe, both parts of them, to
they're like, go look for him. It's a cute episode. I like them both bonding because obviously up to this point, Hanto didn't know about Lakia's brother. Lakia didn't know about Hanto's mom, and I love just kind of this small moments of them talking together. I love that, Hanto's hurt after that last fight, and he, whenever he's like, whatever, I have to look for him, he's like, no, we're gonna at least treat your wounds, you might be a Granu, but you're not, immortal. And I love the setup for this. I love them going to like Suga's lab, and Lakia's like in such a fucking bad place mentally because of, finding out who might be Komel's killer, that he's basically like not even making fun of Hanto, which Hanto comments on. He's like, normally you would have made fun of me for knowing where things are here. Like, oh man, you were being tricked like an idiot.
Yeah. But they just had this really like strong bonding moment over like their shared pain of like what the Grandis had done, and like I said, Lakia emotion, something that we didn't really get much out, and honestly, and then Hanto's saying hey, your brother must have been strong. Like, why is that? Because we've only ever fought the ones that have lost their like minds to the dark trees, and yet he tried getting out of it himself.
Yep, he's the only one who was trying to quit by himself, and that's why he got taken out. So he must have been really cool. And I love this. I do love this like setup. I kind of like how the last episode they'd set them up with like, well, I hate Lakia and Hanto, and Lakia hates me because of who we are as people, not because of any Granu versus human differences. And now it's like, oh, we have something in common that we can relate to. And he talks about how. He looked for like 18 years just to find his mom, just to find out that his mom's been dead.
Yeah. And then, and after that, like, what's it called? They, Hanto even brings up, like, saying, yeah, it was like, we fought all these, guys, but, we realize, they also have their own friends and family too. So, humans and Granu's not that much different.
Yep. And then we get a really sick shot of them all heading out because, the Gochizos found the guys, and another really fucking fun fight. They've been choosing some really fun locations. So now we have this like construction set with a bunch of beams for them to cut.
Yeah. But of course, B plot, Shoma mostly off-screen fight just to show off what Caramel does, which is basically just a shotgun of Caramel.
I do fucking love that this also means we probably get like there's like a combo with like popcorn and caramel where you can stick them and then blow them up.
Yeah. But
Um,
uh
but
but
yeah,
yeah,
I
like
do love that we basically get the like we zoom in, we zoom out, we see Shoma's about to fight too, then we cut to this fight, and then
mhm.
later we just see Shoma like I won, and it's
Yeah.
Shoma was just
So
Oscar-eating some dudes. Hell yeah.
yeah, so the way I was like thinking about this fight, like before, like I was basically out of the technically out of the country, or just I was out of state all weekend long, so I basically just got to watch them before we record the episode, and it's Tuesday, guys, just so you know. Uh, but yeah, like I was watching this episode, and I wanted to like just comment to you, like saying, you know what this reminds me of? This kind of like the choreography in this is not like the most like technical, but it does remind me kind of a, like a professional wrestling fight. Like we have all these props, we have such a good location for it. There's just so much acting, like suit acting, like there's
Oh my
so
god,
much,
yes.
yeah, like there's just so many, and as you could and if you know professional wrestling terms, yeah, there were just so many spots in this that were just so good that used the environment, and it's like,
And I fucking love that this ending of like now that they've come together, Honto
mm,
decides to block all the shots of the dude's like foam or
yeah,
whatever it is that sticks them together, and he's like,
yeah,
"You finish him. We can do this together." And super good setup. I love again. Lakia hasn't really lost any fucking aura at all. He's like, "Okay, tell me if you're my brother's killer. Kamel, if you're my brother's killer, and I might let you live." It's like, no, no,
it's
no,
like, no, no,
I
no,
don't
no,
know
I
him.
don't know anything about him. I don't
And
know
it's like,
anything about
cool.
him.
Then I don't need you. Fucking
Ex-
finishes him.
yeah, when I saw that, I'm like, what the fuck, Lakia? Like, can you
Insane.
stop being this fucking cool?
And
Like,
honestly, I love this. I love them working together and finishing
yeah,
up.
yeah,
We get some more
and
bad news with the president, though, who has made at least this one tycoon very
addicted.
addicted to dark treats. And now
Mhm.
he's got Nielv coming in and he's being like, hey, he's going to help you help us get some more dark treats. And it's like, oops. And so I think from what I saw, this guy's going to be the new like bake user.
He's definitely gonna be bake. And after that, what is it? And after that, right before that, though, we do get to see like cute, seeing a happy para where things are finally back to normal.
Or things are finally
you
back
know,
to normal and they're talking together and they're nice and it's, then everything's like, yep, looks like we don't hate each other after all. And then we get like a genuine apology from Lakia to Sachika, like, sorry, I shouldn't have yelled at you. And it's like, oh, it's okay. And it's like, hey, why does she get a real apology? I don't know. Maybe you should shut the fuck up.
yeah,
Like,
basically.
and we just start the fighting all over again. But we see
And like I
Shoma
said,
be
back
like
to normal.
happy about it. Like he's proud.
Mhm.
He's like he knows they're friends now.
Yeah, exactly.
Uh,
Like I said, this is like once again, welcome back, Kazumi and Banjo.
Honestly, the one thing again, the only complaint I have is come on, Sachika's suit, please. As more stuff is happening, she's getting less and less screen time, and it kind of sucks. Uh,
yeah.
Not to diminish anything she has done for the story, but we know that this show only really cares about you if you're in a suit.
Yeah. Oh
And
man.
but yeah,
But yeah.
let's hope for that. Let's hope we're setting up Overgav. I'm hoping we're not setting up Sachika to be Vlam and we're just gonna fucking lose him. Like please, not like this.
Yeah.
I don't want Kazumi back this bad. Not like this.
Yeah, but oh man, like yeah, and then we see like this Magen-san, like this like just was that, yeah, was that Hanto to just get slid across the floor just like in with one kick? Like I can't tell, but yeah, like we get to see Nelv like basically like announce that, hey, guess what, he's now big, and then we do get to see, I mean, I don't know if it's angry Soma or just transformed Soma yet,
Yep.
but we're
We're seeing
once
something's
again,
going on. He's got the new suit, and we have the like Dente.
Yeah.
So
Rip Uncle Dente. He is now been he now has the flag of dying. So
yep. So
see.
we'll talk about that next week then.
Mm-hmm.
And as always, thank you so much for listening. Later. This program is brought to you by
Our Unending Love of Tokusatsu.
If you enjoyed the show, please be sure to like and subscribe.
And hit the bell for notifications. And if you would like to support us further, consider becoming a patron at our Patreon, Half Hour Henshin.
You can get some exclusive benefits, such as your name in the credits and joining our sticker club. Or, if you want to help with a one-time donation,
You can also find us at Ko-fi at halfhourhenshin. You can email us with any questions or theories at halfhourhenshin@gmail.com or on Twitter at halfhourhenshin.